same day, more pot out. Doing a little catch up here on recording. Okay, so why haven't I been here for 3 weeks? So last time I was here, I was 1 week out from running the Sasquatch Run and the 10.5 mile race. And so I missed that weekend, of course, because I was traveling for the race. And then last week came along and we're in the home stretch of school. I had so much marking to do. Oh, it was so hard for me not to come here. But I had to get a grip on it, and I did plow through a lot of it. Still went to school on Monday with more piles ahead of me. But since then, wow, I have been marking hard. I tend to be much more generous with my grades, or the students' grades, when I'm under that kind of pressure. So I worked really hard yesterday and Friday. We started examinations on Friday. The other thing that came into play was 1 week, the Monday prior to going to Sasquatch, my mother was hospitalized. My mom will be 104 years old on June 30th. She was hospitalized with delirium, and I didn't know it at the time, but this is often the consequence of infection. So it ended up she had a mild case of pneumonia and a urinary tract infection. So she was in the hospital, I believe she was discharged. She was discharged on the Saturday, that's right, because I was traveling to Southern Ohio. Now you may think that's irresponsible of me, because I spent a lot of time in the hospital from Monday onward. But I do have a brother who could oversee the process of her being discharged. My sister, who also lives in the area, happened to be on a cruise, so she could not be a part of that. But anyhow, my mother was discharged, and my brother did everything by phone, arranging for the transportation, etc. And she got back to her seniors residence and was recovering very well. And then, let's see, I think it was Monday of this week, quite certain, yes, I think so, Sunday or Monday. No, it was Monday, it was a school day. My mother sustained a gash to her leg as they were transferring her from her bed to her wheelchair. She banged up against the wheelchair. There must have been a sharp edge, and it wasn't just a scrape, it was a gash. And the hospitals in Windsor there's only one with emergency, I think. Anyhow, she couldn't go to that hospital because of its overflow status. So they sent her to a neighboring community hospital, and that happens to be a 45-minute drive. So I got that message after work, and off I went. And she was in so much distress. She wasn't delirious because the medication she had been on had cleared the infections. Also, she had this ingrown toenail that was being addressed through the same medication. But she was confused. So it was very stressful, and I was in the hospital until the very late part of the night, and then there was no transportation available to her because I can't take her in the car. No way. Even the doctor said that. She had to be stitched. I didn't ask how many stitches. It was just not pretty. And they couldn't sedate her because they were worried of her age, what it might do to her in the long term. And so they had to freeze the area. Anyhow, it was terrible. And so I couldn't, it took me, the Monday, Tuesday, obviously, I was right off, could barely get to work. Wednesday, I was still a wreck. Thursday, I was starting to regain myself. In fact, I went out for my Thursday morning run and just barely covered any ground. It was just, let's try to move my body. Anyhow, so here I am, 3 weeks, and I'm at Potto. I maintain quite a bit of activity, regardless of the situations that I've gone through. And today I'm feeling remarkably good. I'm carrying a loaded pack, including poles, jacket, and 3 flasks, plus my phone, and my nutrition. So for me, that's quite loaded. And I thought, oh gosh, this is a little heavy. When I picked it up, put it on my back, I thought, oh, I might be doing more walking than running. It's going great, no problem. I have been doing uphill practice with my pack full, not this heavy, but close, on the incline treadmill. I don't do it a lot, but I do it usually once a week. And I do Stairmaster with it loaded too. Anyhow, a little bit here, a little bit there, and it's all adding up. Okay, so the plan for the summer. I'll try to make this short because I'm rambling. July 5th, leave Windsor. My 2 siblings and my daughter can cover my mother's needs while I'm gone. I forecast 5 weeks. I'm going to drive to Boulder, just acclimatization. I want to do a couple things in Boulder. Just because I've been there so many times, and there I have a couple of favorite spots I want to see. And then from there, I do want to get a salt test. I've never had one, and they do it in Boulder. I know I don't really need it because I'm not an ultra runner, but I'm really curious because I hear all the time about these salt tests. So I'm just simply curious. And maybe someday I will be an ultra runner. Anyhow, from there, I hope to get that in Boulder. From there, I'm going to drive to Ouray. I'll be there on the 8th. And then the next morning, Silverton, I want to see the mandatory meeting for racers for Hard Rock, which is on the 9th. I have gone to that before, and it's just so cool to see all those, in my world, famed runners and commentators, pacers, all that. Just because I listen to so many podcasts. And I really thought the last time I was there for it, I thought, oh, that's cool. I don't need to do this again. But wrong. I feel this sense that I want to go. So I booked a campsite at Ouray, and then I'll sleep in my car for the 2 nights, the night prior to Hard Rock, and the night when Hard Rock is happening. And then I'll go back to Ouray and camp and, get cleaned up and all that stuff. And on I go. Vail. 18th, I think it is. The Saturday. 10K at 10,000 feet. I have raced it, I think, 2 times. It's been many years, at least 10 years. And I just want to be up high because the following week, on the 25th, is Stanhope 30K. And that's what I've been targeting. That's why I'm carrying a big load on my back. So if I do a shorty at Vail and then head to Idaho for the next weekend, and then I decided Montana, and that is called the Hurl Ultra, but I'm doing the half marathon. I would do shorter if it was available, because doing 30K at Stanhope, I think I'm going to be recovering for the week. And so do the Hurl half, and just doodle along. It seems that in this year, my just relaxed approach to running has just felt good. And I've just come to the realization of how slow I've become in the last couple of years. I think last year I had to really wrestle with the slowing down. And I believe this year is simply the acceptance. And I feel just so much better when I'm out there racing. It's just relaxing and enjoyable. Anyhow, those are the plans for now. Keep you updated as we go along.